Your Excellency, Deputy Ambassador of the People's Republic of China to Zambia, Mr. Chen Shijie, the guest of honor, the Permanent Secretary in the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, Ambassador Chalwe Lombe, the representative in the Ministry of Home Affairs, the representative in the Ministry of Labor, members of the press, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. Good morning and welcome to this very important event as we launch the research report on the Chinese integration in the Zambian society, which is being simultaneously hosted with the second PMRC media workshop of 2016. It gives me great pleasure and honor to note that the Chinese embassy bestowed the responsibility of conducting an extensive survey on how Chinese nationals are integrating into the Zambian society and their immense contribution to the Zambian economic and social development agenda through their invaluable skills. The Zambia-China bilateral relationship stretches more than 50 years. Through various cooperation, the two great nations have had over half a century. China was among Zambia's first all-weather friends upon attaining independence in 1964. This was evidenced when the Chinese government came to the aid of the then new Zambia, through the construction of the 1,860 kilometers Tanzania-Zambia Railways Tazara in 1970 to 1975, with its initial launch in 1976. The 500 billion US dollars, the 500 US dollars in today's equivalent of 3.5 billion project was the longest single foreign aid project undertaken by China at that time. This is a testimony of the strong bilateral relations China has had with Zambia and the African continent at large. The Chinese President, His Excellency Mr. Xi Jinping, sent a very timely congratulatory message and extended his congratulations and best wishes to the Zambian President, President Lungu, after Zambia saw another successful and peaceful 2016 general election. Mr. Barrow, Special Envoy representing President Xi Jinping and Vice Chairman of the Chinese People's Political Consultative Conference, attended the inauguration of our President this year as a clear illustration that China values its relations with Zambia. The traditional relationship between Zambia and China has been developing from strength to strength, with ever-expanding and widening bilateral cooperation in various fields. To illustrate our commitment as a country to this relationship, President Lungu attended the Johannesburg summit of the Forum on China-Africa Cooperation, FOCAC, in South Africa in December 2015. This was preceded by Secretary to the Cabinet, Dr. Roland Lusiska's attendance of the coordinators meeting on the implementation of the outcomes of the FOCAC Johannesburg summit in China. As PMRC, we are pleased at such frequent high-level exchanges at the mutual trust between our countries. Your Excellencies, Ambassador, it is worth noting that Zambia and China have stood side by side in support of each other's core interests, including regional and international affairs. These vivid testimonies of the profound mutual trust that exists between Zambia and China are valued and appreciated by PMRC.
To Ms. Deka and her team for their hard work. The PMRC completed the survey with support from the China-Africa People-to-People Friendship Action Project, which was initiated at the 5th Ministerial Conference of the Forum on China-Africa Cooperation in 2012. Aimed at the promotion of exchanges and cooperation between China, Africa youth, women civil organizations, and NGO. The PMRC worked hard for over 4 months on the survey, conducting a comprehensive research on work and life of the Chinese nationals in Zambia and their contribution to the economic and the social development of Zambia, and putting forward their recommendations and proposals for better integration of the Chinese nationals into the local society. We are very happy to see in the survey that the Chinese nationals have been commended by the Zambian people.
Distinguished guests, in modern-day Zambia, I need not mention the numerous infrastructural development projects that China has contributed to the improvement of our country. The roads, the hospitals, the bridges, the milling plants, and several other projects are there for all to see the commitment of the Chinese people into the development agenda of the country. I am confident that it is for this reason that PMRC undertook to carry out this important research, aimed at creating a deeper understanding of the integration of the Chinese nationals in Zambia. In the past, unsubstantiated reports about Chinese investment and nationals in Zambia were made in the media and other fora. A report such as this one could not therefore have come at a better time than this when Zambia-Sino relations are growing from strength to strength. It is gratifying to note that PMRC has come up with the facts based on the research that will better inform public policy and debate. Initiatives such as this have the potential to further improve Zambia-China relations for the greater enhancement of our bilateral cooperation. Distinguished guests, let me note that in the recent years, Zambia has been host to more than 500 Chinese companies, with a cumulative total investment of in excess of $3 billion. This investment has contributed to job creation, widening of the tax base, transfer of technology, growth in the GDP, and improvement of Zambia's competitiveness on the international market. Furthermore, investment is in different sectors of the economy, such as mining, construction, health, agriculture, tourism, and manufacturing,